Production.
Yo, what's poppin'? We're looking at the TSX here. I want to mention right off the rip before you, like, for the people who like are wondering what's going on with the TSX versus the NASDAQ, you can't really compare them really because the NASDAQ has so much more volume, so much more money at play here, right? And it has a lot more interesting stocks that people want to invest in. That's the easiest way to right off the rip compare the two. You can't. One has a lot more volume and people are investing in a lot more stocks that are on the NASDAQ compared to the TSX. The TSX is also mostly for Canadians. Like, a lot of the times on some of my posts, if I post a stock that's on the TSX, there might be someone from the States who's asking, what's the OTC ticker for this name, which means they can't really trade it on the TSX. So there's just a lot less volume, which is pretty much the sole reason why it's a lot less volatile. So we were in a bear market or on a downtrend for pretty much March 2022 to October 2022. Now, if you look at the NASDAQ, right, we topped out in November 2021, and it wasn't until January 2023 where we found a bottom, okay, where we revisited a bottom. So it's just a whole different beast. If you're looking for technical patterns and you can't find it, mark your support and resistance. That's the easiest way to go right off the rip. Like, that's the best thing for you to do. So I look at this and I go, okay, we have solid support that's been holding since October 2022. Okay, we're holding it once, twice, three times, four times, call it, and our resistance at 20,700 has been a resistance since May 2022, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So it's playing sideways in this zone for a little bit. I think we just be patient. And if you look back to 2011, 2013, right? Look, we got this March 2011. We bear market down until December 2011. We revisit the bottom back in July 2012. But if you look here, it's we go sideways for a bit before we get a nice move to the upside. I'm definitely not saying that that's what's going to happen, but if you're looking at previous price action, you can kind of get somewhat of a idea of what could potentially happen. It might just rhyme a different way or play out a slightly different way. We do have to start paying, well, not start paying, but we do, still have to pay attention to interest rates. Maybe a potential real estate market collapse could affect the markets, right? So these are things we got to pay attention to. So if that is the case, I marked out our low that we made in July 2022 and that we revisited in October 2022 there. That would be around a 10% dip from where we're at right now, approximately. So that would also on a monthly time frame kind of give us somewhat of a W pattern going on, which is a popular kind of reversal for a long-term play, right? So something like this could potentially happen. Again, anything could happen. If anyone says they know what's going to happen, they're delusional, and you probably shouldn't be really listening to them too much. But that's kind of the breakdown on the TSX. Super plain and simple. We're in a range. We're slowly creating our higher low. You could also look at it like this, where we have this low, and now we've created a higher low. It's just taking time for us to really get up out of it. So as long as that is kind of intact, right? We have this high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, and now we're stuck in this range where it's kind of an equilibrium trend. So what we want to see is, are we going to get a strong enough push with Canadian stocks to bring us above that 20,700 resistance towards previous all-time high. But that's what I'm looking at. That's what I see here on the TSX. Easy.